NBC News.
The government-run VA hospitals are now being held up as a model of how to do things. VA hospitals serve almost 8 million.
How the program could impact that. A new fitness and nutrition program run by the Veterans Administration is helping vets nationwide get in shape. Judy Fortin looks at how the program could impact that.
Information at risk. But the VA's electronic medical record system, called VISTA, is being hailed as a model. It is just one of the
Another major recipient of federal health dollars is the Department of Veterans Affairs. MSNBC's Alex Witt talked with them.
Sports clinic, they skied, snowboarded, climbed rocks, fenced, played hockey. I spoke with Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Jim Nicholson, about the event.
Today, at the dawning of the new century, our men and women of the armed forces in Afghanistan and Iraq are again giving everything they've got for our freedom. And like their ancestors of the last century, they ask little in return, only that we appreciate their service and give care to those among them who really need it. President Bush and the U.S. Senate have given me the honor of making that gratitude tangible through the world-class assemblage of men and women called the Department of Veterans Affairs.
During his tenure at the helm of the VA, Jim Nicholson has earned praise as someone uniquely qualified to lead our nation's veterans.
It is Secretary Nicholson who has shown the leadership. As Chet Edwards said, he is a combat veteran. He served in Vietnam. He graduated from West Point. He has dedicated his life for our country.
The military experience I've had, I think, is probably the most important experience I've had in my life, starting with the days that I was a cadet at West Point. It just defines me, I think, because of the ethic of service, mission focus, camaraderie. To me, the American military epitomizes what's best about America, and I feel so lucky and proud to be part of that.
The Secretary credits the success of this second largest cabinet agency to the team of over 230,000 dedicated professionals.
The thing that the Secretary has done to bring the awareness of the VA and actually to the VA employees is the fact that there's more that we can do. He's opened up a window or a doorway that we never really kind of ventured down before.
VA employees are great. I travel around all the time, meet with them, the people in the hospitals and the regional offices, working in cemeteries. I continue to be really impressed with the people.
He has visited our cemeteries when he's been out in the field, and that's something that was great for my employees' morale, and it was a tangible expression of his support of what we did. OMB, the White House, and the Hill, they have all delivered. They have all supported the mission of the National Cemetery Administration, and it's in great part due to his advocacy and efforts on our behalf.
The Secretary came, in his own words, with not a lot of experience with the Veterans Health Administration or medical issues, and really was a very quick study in issues related to OIF, OEF, post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, the methicillin-resistant Staph aureus, MRSA. He was interested in suicides and transition advocates for them.
I met a mother of a young man who had spinal cord injury, and he was doing very well, but he needed a new pad for his wheelchair. And it was on order for 3 months. That's not acceptable.
I would say he's done an extremely good job in portraying the VA, VHA, VBA, NCA as being administrations that we're very interested in each and every veteran and doing everything we can across the board to accomplish the mission.
The great thing about the VA is it is a system. It has a lifelong relationship with its patients. It's fully integrated. It uses state-of-the-art information technology so people don't get lost. I can cite you examples of people whose lives have been saved because doctors could see the data coming from the vet's home through the internet into their electronic medical record, and they could see patterns and say, you know what, that guy has congestive heart failure. We better get to him fast.
Good. We're really pleased to have Denise and the Department of Health and Human Services as partners in this important program.
A flagship program initiated by the Secretary with the goal of getting vets fit for life is known as MOVE, a weight management program for veterans nationwide.
16 million veterans who returned from World War II and the Korean veterans were the first veterans to experience the new fast food places. Americans intimately familiar with ding-dongs and ho-hos were eating their way into a dietary coffin corner.
In the aftermath of one of this country's worst national disasters, Jim Nicholson took to the field to see firsthand how veterans were being cared for.
See how we're doing and to see how our people are doing, and also to thank people for the heroic job that they've done in the evacuation.
See, the whole New Orleans East section was just wiped out.
Thank you so much for coming down.
Oh, well, that's the easy part. What you did.
We are going to deploy these mobile clinics in kind of a ring around the area of the Gulf and Biloxi and New Orleans, so that we can have inpatients and ambulatory patients near where they live that can come in and get care, diagnosis. And in each one of them, we're also going to have a social worker.
Under the direction of the Secretary, the VA kicked off a celebration of 75 years of service to America's heroes.
America's veterans have accomplished extraordinary things for our nation. And we at the VA never forget that all we have as Americans, all we treasure by way of rights and freedoms, would be ashes by now if it weren't for the heroes who defend us.
When he came to the VA, realized the incredible job that we do in veterans' lives. In individual veterans' life, we can have tremendous impact for the good. And he always made it a priority, especially for public affairs, that we go out and make sure that people know the good news about the VA.
He's a man of integrity, a man of deep thought, a man with some real feelings for people and some real feelings for veterans. There are people in need that need and deserve a hand up, and I think he's brought that attitude towards what we do here at the VA.
The stand down was at the top of the Secretary's budget agenda when he told the assembled crowd that his goal was to get out of that business for good by solving the issues faced by homeless veterans.
You are our nation's finest citizens, and we appreciate you, and we want you to, if you're in that situation, to regain that hope.
Between the agencies, one, inventory all the programs that exist for veterans, and there are many, and there are many good ones. And then make sure that they're all operating the way they should, and that veterans find out about them.
I have asked Secretary Gates and Secretary Nicholson to review their respective departments and the interface of their departments, the Defense Department and the Veterans Department, to make sure that any doubt as to whether or not a veteran while on active duty gets the best care does so.
We want to be there for the veterans that need us, and we want to be there effectively, responsively, consistently, and with compassion.
He and Mrs. Nicholson have shown tremendous personal involvement and interest in the veterans returning from Iraq and Afghanistan. In addition to all of the other veterans that we serve, they have spent a lot of their personal time visiting with veterans. I think that his interest in human rights and human dignity has lended itself so beautifully to our mission.
And I have the privilege of being the head guy at this great agency, and so it's a wonderful thing to be able to get up every morning and go out and serve veterans.